in. Now, where is that boy? I'll send him out for one arrangement of flowers.
That son-in-law makes an absolute pig of himself, or there would have been plenty for you and Lumen, and even me if I'd wanted a piece.
Oh, Miss Crabtree, where are my manners? Now, I only have a few crumbs left here, but would you care to share?
I can't be eating cake in the middle of a Saturday morning and watch my girlish figure.
Pop? Oh, Pop. Oh, there you are.
Oh! Careful, son! Oh, I swear he takes just after his mama. God rest her soul. 2 left feet and all thumbs.
Don't you worry about that, Lumen. It was just a couple of priceless heirlooms.
Pop, I left the keys in the van. I need your keys.
Well, now, I don't know if I want to give you, this is the very last key we've got. And if you somehow lock it in the van, we're going to be in one devil of a pickle.
I'll be careful.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Love, let me disconnect it. Love, you're strangling Miss Crabtree. Oh, dear. Love.
That was a narrow escape. One doesn't expect to see one's life flash before one's eyes over a piece of sponge cake.
Oh, Miss Crabtree, I am so very sorry. Oh, I tell you, the floral industry is just fraught with perils since my son joined me in the business.
Perhaps Lumen hasn't grown into his body yet.
He gets his clumsiness from his mama. God rest her soul.
It's very admirable you taking him under your wing.
Well, he couldn't work in any high-stakes business. He has been fired twice because he wasn't worth the risk to Baskin-Robbins or Domino's. Apparently, clumsiness is not tolerated in those industries.
Perhaps you should go assist him.
Well, now, I don't want to hinder any small strides we're making towards independence.
I was mostly worried about my flower arrangement, the church's flower arrangement.
Oh, you know, Miss Crabtree, I have always meant to compliment you on your beautiful aquarium. Every time I deliver the church's flowers, I always come in here and peer in at these beautiful fish. So mesmerizing.
Thank you, Mr. Wiggins. Since Horace passed, those fish are my family.
Well, now that you have your daughter and her family living with you.
Like I said, those fish are
Well, I always come in here and peer in at them. I always count them. All 6, present and accounted for.
Well, I go for quality over quantity. Several of those fish are quite rare. I dare say they may have cost more than that collectible china that Lumen just desecrated. And the more expensive the fish are, the more exacting of a diet they require, like a precise science.
We're sorry.
Oh, look what you've done. Oh, this arrangement's not fit for you to take to church. I'm going to have to go back to the shop.
Well, maybe we can make it do. It's Saturday. Aren't you closed for the weekend?
I can't have you putting this on the altar at your church. Your pastor will think I'm drunk.
Pastor Logan is nearly blind. I assure you he won't know if a few petals are missing.
Well, I might have an arrangement of blue peonies that I could send Lum for.
Oh, I'm afraid those might clash with all the blue hair we have in the congregation.
Well, these might do. I just don't know.
I'm sure they'll be fine, Mr. Wiggins. I don't want to keep you and Lumen from making your next delivery.
Oh, well, I just don't want to leave you in a pickle with your church.
See you next week, Mr. Wiggins.
Delbert.
That was his son, Lumen.
That was Lum. Whew, he sure has grown up. You know, I always did think he was a little special.
I think his specialty is giving me a headache. Is that my sponge cake?
It's the cake I made.
Don't be a smarty, Allison. You are living under my roof, remember? I had 2 pieces set aside for Mr. Wiggins and Lumen.
Mom, you're kind of sweet on Mr. Wiggins, aren't you?
Don't be fresh. But you can imagine my embarrassment when I didn't have a piece set aside for that young man. Besides, might be best for your figure not to be eating cake in the middle of the day. The women on the Crabtree side of the family tend to be a little hippie.
Well, it's all I had time for.
What's kept you so busy?
That was quite a shopping list you gave me.
Your husband is quite an eater. I really didn't want you driving the Buick until you changed the spark plugs.
I changed them this morning before I went to the store.
Did that stop the screeching sound?
No, I had to tighten the belts too.
Oh, well, good. You know, I can't abide a screeching vehicle. Last thing I need is for everyone at church tomorrow to think that I'm driving in a hoopty. Oh, Allison!
Yes, Mom.
Oh, did Lumen come back?
Oh no, I'm just finishing up the laundry. Don't worry, I'll take care of all of this.
Andy's sister Melanie called, sounding half cocked. She wanted to talk to Andy, typical of a man never here when you need him. Did you spray roach spray?
Yes. You may not want to stay in here. It's the kind that gives you a headache.
I'll call Mr. Singleton and have him come spray. Oh, how I hate roaches,
They are disgusting.
especially the ones that smoke.
Mom, are you in the kitchen? Mom! I thought you were quitting smoking.
I am.
You could save the breath mints for the senile ones around here like Camille and Dad. I've seen too many reality shows and have too good a sense of smell not to know what's going on around here.
I can quit anytime I want.
You told me you wanted to.
Can I?
Whoa, you look like you're working hard. Camille cracking the whip.
I heard that.
Just finishing up the laundry. I've been at it all day.
Oh, I guess it's a full-time job keeping up with everyone's laundry at this house.
Yes. And today I stripped the beds and washed all the sheets. That takes forever.
Well, is Andy around?
Are you kidding me? When there's work to be done, That's when Andy's at his busiest, trying to figure out how to avoid it. Today is his softball day.
Oh. Oh. Is he with the tall, dark-haired plumber with the cute butt? Hey! No fair, you eating up the cute, cuddly plumber. You're married.
You're right.
Uh-oh.
I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, Allison, that I wasn't just witnessing a charade of you lusting after that Mexican friend of Andy's.
I'm sorry. We were just kidding.
If you've got time to kid, I need 3 30-pound sacks of peat moss brought from the greenhouse to my front flower bed.
Okay. Look, and I'll get it for you in a minute.
I have to help you tote 30-pound sacks of potting soil across your mother's yard.
Anyone benefiting from shelter under the roof of Camille Crabtree is a candidate for slave labor.
Except Dad.
Yes.
Well, you owe me one. I want to be fixed up with John Carlo. He's Mexican?
I know you do, but we have to be sneaky about it. Andy doesn't like matchmaking.
Before Andy gets back, I brought some pictures of a couple of cute houses I just listed.
Oh, goody, I want to see.
Once Dad sees them, it won't be, oh goody, anymore.
I've kept that in mind. Andy is worried about the cost because he is new in his job. These two I brought over to show you are a couple of fixer-uppers. I thought you had quit smoking.
Well, I want to, but I also want to lose about 10 pounds, and I can't do that and quit smoking at the same time.
Are you using the app that I told you about?
My eating disorder pal?
Are you plugging in everything you eat?
Sort of.
Including that piece of sponge cake Camilla's in the kitchen whining about?
No.
Hand me your phone. Let's see. 1 piece of sponge cake, 1/4 of a cigarette.
Oh, no.
That
That sounds like the alarm. You know what that means, don't you?
Oh, it says you need a purge to reach your goal weight.
Purge. Again.
That's what it says. You want me to hold your hair back while you do?
Might as well get it over with.
You want to put that laundry into the washer before you do? Don't need to give Camille anything extra to bark about.
All of that is clean laundry. Precious. Ready to pass inspection linens. You can't tell by looking at it, but this basket represents a day in the life. All that's left to do is just fold that and put it away.
Oh my gosh! Did you see the look on Harris's face when he was rounding third?
His face? Are you kidding me? He had so much dust kicked up I couldn't tell it was Harrison.
But you know what the play of the game was, don't you?
Don't start.
I'm not kidding. When you tagged that fat third baseman of theirs in the third inning, oh my gosh! You stud! You had the plate blocked. You were like Johnny Bench on steroids or something, Sarge. I don't think the guy ever knew you had it.
I don't think he did either.
And then he tried to act like you missed the tag.
And I totally tagged him.
MVP, dude. You were, quite simply, the most valuable player. And I'm just proud to say that I knew you.
I was not MVP, thank you very much. What about you? You're the one that hit the base cleaning bomb that put us ahead for good. I finally thought we were going to see the ball fly over the fence. I still can't believe you only made it to first base.
Look, I play softball for fun, Sarge. I am not going to hustle. Running fast just makes the ice cubes fly out of my glass. Why do you think I play first base, huh? So I don't have to chase balls or make long throws. But enough about me. Are you ready for some incredible sponge cake?
Oh, bring it on. But is there somewhere I can put this gear? There's so much dirt caked on here you can plant crops in it.
Well, just don't put it on Camille's furniture. She'd sacrifice you like a fatted calf. And just chuck it in that clothes basket over there.
Okay. Wow. Impressive stat.
Look, when Allison is trying to quit smoking, she would eat a house cat if it stepped in powdered sugar on its way through the kitchen. This cake would not be here if it were not entombed as you see it. Hey, Eartha Sally, is your mom around?
Oh, hi, Dad. She and Brooke are moving some 30-pound sacks of peat moss for Camille.
Brooke is here? Amy, I'm warning you. You better not be trying to set us up, because I just got out of a relationship.
Keep it down to a dull roar, lover boy. I don't want Allison or Camille to know that we're here until that peat moss gets moved. I'm worn out from our game, and the two worst words that Camille could utter to me right now would be rototiller.
I don't think you need to worry. I heard them saying they're going to look at some houses Brooke has for sale.
When I told you about my brother-in-law's house, you said you guys weren't in the market anymore.
No, we're not. Why would I leave this fantastic dwelling when it's free? I'm not a plumbing contractor like you with a license to print money. Do you know how much mortgage I qualify for working as the frequently asked questions guy at Geico?
And you couldn't be our first baseman anymore. The rules say you have to live in the neighborhood to be on the team. And you're too valuable of a power-hitting singles hitter for us to lose you.
Forget about it. My energy-conserving style of softball is here to stay. You're not married, Sarge, so you don't know. But everything with women is cyclical. And this is Allison's time of the month to make old Andy squirm with talks of split levels and closing cost. Problem is, she and Brooke are on the exact same cycle.
2 against 1? No fair.
Are you kidding me? I am unambitious to the bone. I'm the Garfield of the human race. I don't want to be king of my castle, just a happy eunuch.
A eunuch? Really?
Okay, maybe not a eunuch. That could take away a large component of happiness. Let's just say a knave.
Gotcha.
Anyhow, 2 like-minded women aren't going to make old Andy Mackey go out on his own, especially when I've been tipped off that they're on the attack. Now, sit down and eat cake, Mr. MVP.
All right. I need to rid myself of this.
Oh, definitely. Make yourself comfortable.
Well, I'm filthy. Is there somewhere I can wash up?
Wash up? What are you, a lady?
No, but I feel like I should do my part in not spreading the coronavirus. Do you at least have an old towel I can sit on?
Grab one from the bathroom.
Does it matter which one?
Not to me, but just to be on the safe side, grab one of the decorative ones and not one that we use.
This one's nice and frilly. I feel like I'm at a tea party.
Heads up.
Don't we need plates for cake? I mean, Camille barely tolerates me as it is. I don't need to go ruining her nice living room with cake crumbs.
Huh. I usually just throw the crumbs to the fish. But don't worry, no roach could live around here with all the bug spray Allison uses to cover up the smell of her smoking. Hey, why do you say Camille doesn't like you anyway?
Well, I said she barely tolerates me. She's uncomfortable having a Mexican in her house, you know, old school prejudice and all that.
But you're not Mexican.
Oh. But Camille seems to think that I am.
Okay, why is that?
Well, when I first moved in next door, her first order of business was to come over and complain about my having a dog that might bark. If I had one, which I didn't.
All right, and how did that make you Mexican? Was the dog that you didn't have a Chihuahua?
No, that's just what she used as an icebreaker. And then after that, she extolled all the rules that I would have to follow to be her neighbor. And then we got around to introducing ourselves, and I guess she thought I said my name was John Carlos. Because after that, she started speaking much louder and using big hand gestures that a Spanish-speaking person might understand. It also didn't help that I was drinking out of a Taco Bell cup at the time.
I've been living under Camille's roof and next door to you for 2 years. I didn't realize that you two were in an international relationship.
This is great cake. Allison made this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Hey, you don't think we could score a glass of milk to go with this, do you?
I'm thinking right along with you, Big Sarge. And armed with this, we can go to the kitchen and get said milk.
Why do we need a marker?
Because Camille monitors milk theft around here by marking the outside of the bottle every time she gets a glass of milk. This way, we can mark the bottle to its new level after we get our glass.
All right, wouldn't want to upset the warden.
Oh, sounds like somebody's coming in. Let's go to the kitchen before, so we don't get stuck answering that.
Okay.
Is anyone going to answer that? Couldn't you hear the knock on the door?
All my friends are gone this weekend.
You are definitely your father's child. Melanie,
Camille!
I didn't forget to tell Andy that you called. He hasn't come home yet. Undoubtedly, he saw that flat of vincas that needed to be planted and made him hesitant to show his face. Can't think of any other reason he'd miss a meal or a snack.
Well, it's Allison here. I was going to see if maybe I could speak with her and Andy together. Hello, Sally.
Hi, Melanie.
With no man around the house, Allison and her friend Brooke are helping me with some gardening chores outside. Sit down, Melanie, and let me get Allison. Allison! How's old May?
Oh, Mom's okay. Well, no, not really. She's on a list of medications as long as your arm, but something's out of whack. The doctors are trying different dosages to try to figure things out.
Hey, Melanie, I haven't seen Andy yet to tell him that you called.
Oh, that's what Camille said.
He should be back soon. Mom, we moved 2 bags of your potting soil.
I'm sure Melanie's not going to be here that long. You can move the other bag for me after she goes.
Also, I put the clean laundry right in... Oh, no! Not my clean laundry! My perfectly clean laundry is ruined!
Don't look, honey, don't look.
That's my laundry!
It's okay, baby, it's okay.
It's okay, Mom. You still have me.
Just move the basket, Sally, so she doesn't have to see it.
I can't get in here! I can't get in here!
Shower, Allison. Take
Here's
a
an oxygen mask. Slow down. There you go. That's it. Slow down. That's not an oxygen mask.
Allison, what? Go!
Hola, Miss Crabtree. So good to see you.
You need to run along to your own hacienda, Carlos. Andy's sister is here to visit with him.
Oh, I should be going too. Allison, do you want me to leave the house pictures with you?
My laundry, it's gone!
So, Giancarlo, how about showing me the floor plan of that sweet little 3-bed, 2-bath number you call home?
See you, Brooksy. Hey, Mel, what's up?
Our mother.
There's something going on down at the assisted living place?
It's actually a nursing home if you'd ever bother to visit.
Is that what this is about? Good grief, Sarge. I call her every week.
No, you don't. You answer your phone when I call from the nursing home and put Mother on the line. But that's not what this is about. We've got to make some new arrangements. Mother doesn't qualify to live at the nursing home anymore now that Daddy's been dead for a year.
Dad's dead? Just kidding.
Why doesn't Ola May qualify for nursing home care? I've never known a more sickly woman this side of hospice. Didn't you tell me she was on a long list of medications?
Oh, she's high maintenance, all right. She'll have you feeling phantom pains in your own joints after just a short visit with her. But she doesn't fit into the defined range of patients that this nursing home allows. Her heart and lungs are very healthy.
And all of her minor ailments add up to one huge pain in the butt.
We'll just have to find a new place for her, Melanie.
Well, that's just the thing. See, I've already looked into all the other homes in this area, and the only one that will take her is way over in Hamilton County, and they cost a fortune.
It just means you'll have to move into a downstairs apartment.
No, see, that's not going to work either. See, Uncle Sam is sending me to the desert for 8 weeks, so not only will she not be able to live with me, but I won't be in the country to check up on her.
Is there anything we can do to help Melanie?
Well, the question is, what can I do to help you make Mother's transition to this house easier?
I think I better go to the kitchen for a little brandy.
But we live here with my mother.
Yeah.
And now you live here with both of your mothers.
But for 2 months?
Oh, no. Indefinitely. Yeah. I have another announcement. I'm engaged to be married.
That's not fair. You can't run off and get married and leave me to take care of someone.
This is not someone. This is your mother. And it didn't bother you when I was taking care of her for the past grueling 12 months.
Well, of course not. Why would it?
This is such a surprise. You're getting married? Who will you marry?
Oh, a wonderful man, and I'll introduce you to him when we get back from the desert. But until then, and even after, you two will get to take over the duties with Mother that I've been doing the past year.
But we don't know how.
Well, there's just 2 weeks before I'm shipped overseas, so that'll just give us a little short time to have a little boot camp to get you trained. So listen up! Mother takes a blood pressure pill and a diuretic first thing in the morning. It is imperative that she does not have too much sodium in her diet. Andy, that means salt. She's afraid of needles, so one of you will have to hold her hands and sing loudly while the other administers insulin. It is imperative she not have too much sugar in her diet. She takes a lactate pill mid-morning, but it is imperative that she not have too much dairy in her diet.
Doesn't the lactate make the dairy okay?
You must remember, Mother is in a wheelchair and doesn't get around very fast. Dairy makes her gassy and unpredictable, so if you choose to give her milk, that's on you.
Between the dirty sweat socks, the cigarette smoke, and the bug spray, I don't know how many more odors my poor nose can take.
Why is she in a wheelchair anyway?
Gout and heel spurs.
She has gout in one foot and heel spurs in the other.
They're in the same foot.
Oh, so at the very least she could just hop around the house on her one good foot.
Stay focused! She does not produce enough normal lubricant, so her skin and eyes are always dry. It is important that she does not chafe or get dry skin, which can lead to infection with her having immune system problems. You will want to give her a special lotion daily and give her prescription eye drops 4 times a day. It is important that she not have too many polyunsaturated fats in her diet. It's going to be a big adjustment for you all, just dealing with the day-to-day issues, so you don't want to get into anything that she's paranoid of, as that will wake up a beast you do not want to fight with.
Such as?
Ever since Daddy died of cancer, she is super paranoid of getting cancer. It is important that she not have any nitrate or carcinogenic preservatives, such as those found in bacon and pepperoni, and no grilled or charred meats. Her dentist says she's going through a little cavity-prone spell and has put her on a fluoride regimen that you will want to administer each night right before bed, and no sticky or sugary sweets.
Anything else?
Oh yes, I've saved the best for last. Allison, this chore will likely fall to you, so I will teach you the technique. Mother has a tendency of having an impacted bowel. You will want to irrigate her daily.
I will want to. Oh no. Andy's the official bowel de-impactor around here.
Yes, he shoots that stuff more than anyone.
Well, I'll be going. I know it's a lot to remember, so I've typed it all up in a 2-volume instruction manual.
Thank you, Melanie.
Oh, what's family for? Are there any other questions?
So when will we actually be getting Mom?
Oh, she's out in the car right now.
I need another brandy.
I can't take it
Oh, that woman!
Oh, Mother, if you could just let a few things pass, it might make it easier on Andy and me.
Making things easier on Andy is Andy's goal, not mine.
You and Lola May are like Ollie and Frazier. Can't you just chill?
Jill, I've drunk all the brandy, polished off the cough syrup, and even sniffed a little sterno. I guess I'll just feed my fish and let the bubbles from the aquarium hypnotize me.
Thank you. Who are you?
I am a roach's worst nightmare.
You work for Mr. Singleton?
You could say that. Name Slaughter, Murray, First Lieutenant, serial number Kilo Alpha 90408. For the past 30 minutes, I have been conducting border patrol operations to prevent illegal immigration into your domicile.
You've killed Carlos?
You name your roaches?
Are you finished yet?
I have completed exterior operations. Now I must see to the interior work. Then I'll be back the next 2 weeks.
I can't believe we've had such a problem. I've been spraying.
Glorified air freshener. That's what you did, spraying. This bottle contains my little version of napalm for insects. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. I am in your yard, conducting a ground attack mission, when suddenly I hear a buzzing sound coming from above. Air attack from a swarm of hornets. I raise my nozzle and I had them dropping like MiG-29s with stingers. Old man Singleton couldn't have stopped the attack so abruptly, but you had Slaughter. Now if you kindly step aside, and I might apply my version of Agent Orange to your fine dwelling here. They are the enemy. Never forget that.
Is this okay, Mima?
I guess so. I can watch Camille feed her fish for the brief amount of time that will be amusing. Well, maybe I can do a little cha-cha-cha. Or juggle the food containers to increase the entertainment value. No, this is fine. Very pleasant. Pleasant.
So pleasant.
Actually, Sally, you better not face me right at the aquarium. That light flickers a little, and it might set off a seizure.
You get seizures?
Well, not grand mal seizures, at least not yet. No, these are little episodes I have when I walk into a room. I forget why I went in there, or I can't recall someone's name. The doctor says it might be little mini seizures. I get those all the time, Ola May. It's called old age. You do, Camille? What do you do for it? I move on without a word to anyone. You are a soldier, Camille. An absolute rock. I'd like to take a rock.
Mother! Keeping it pleasant.
Sally, you have me right in the light from that open curtain, and that glare on that window is murder on my cataracts. It wouldn't hurt you to be exposed to a little sunshine. You look like Casper the sickly ghost over there. Women with lupus aren't supposed to be exposed to the sun. But you don't have lupus. The doctor says women like me are highly prone at contracting lupus. Women like you are highly prone to everyone wanting to punch you in the face. That's what the doctor should warn you about. I am not going to fuss with you, Camille. I'm very gracious for your hospitality. And heaven knows the doctors have warned me about confronting people with acerbic dispositions that might make my dyspepsia almost unbearable.
Keeping it pleasant.
There isn't anything pleasant about this. It's hard enough dealing with the ailment she actually has, not to mention the ailment she claims to have. Can't we at least draw the line on the diseases she's never had? Changing the subject. What's for lunch, Camille? I am feeling a little peckish. What's for lunch? Do I look like Gordon Ramsay? Well, I wasn't thinking that you looked like him.
I'll get you something.
Oh, I hate to be a mom. If I weren't confined to this wheelchair, I can get something myself.
No, I was going to the kitchen anyway.
Did your fish have names, Camille? When Sally was little, she named the discus Ariel.
Ariel's the one Camille got from Malaysia.
Oh, I bet it was expensive. And the discus she named Oscar, and the flower horn she named Nemo.
And the three little angelfish are Mary, Jesus, and Joseph. Those names have stuck for years.
I need to get a hobby. It's just with this arthritis.
Pets are always nice.
Oh, unfortunately, I'm allergic to pet dander.
All right, Mrs. Crabtree. My mission is accomplished. Swift death awaits your insects. Better than what they deserve. You should be nuisance free.
I wouldn't say that, Mr. Slaughter. Did you see any sign of termites?
No, not at all.
What about mice? Are they controlled by your spraying?
Rodents?
Yes, like field mice.
Rats by any other name are still rats. They get their own special treatment.
That wasn't a rat. That was Staffordshire China. Oh,
Casualty of war. I shall return next week.
Yeah!
Miss Wiggins, are you all right?
Yes! I just that I heard that and I don't know. I guess I had a flashback from
When you were in the war?
no, from when my mama killed my prize hog. think I may have wet my pants.
That's okay, Delbert. I do the same thing. Every time I hiccup, I do it.
Oh, May, it's so good to see you.
Oh, how you been?
Ola May, you know Mr. Wiggins?
Oh, yes, Delbert delivers flowers out at the nursing home all the time, him and his boy Lum. And I like to share any little sweets I might have with Lum. He is such an eater.
I see. Lumen isn't with you today?
No, Lum, bless his heart, is at a defensive driving course. We are trying to get his license reinstated. Ola May, I've missed seeing you this week, but I was so excited to hear you moved in with Miss Crabtree.
Hi, Mr. Wiggins. Was that your van I heard backfiring?
My poor soul.
Something wrong?
I'm just not sure I can eat this.
So help me, Ola May. If you tell me you have converted to Judaism, I will box your ears until you're deaf.
No, it has nothing to do with religion. I'm still a Presbyterian.
Well, maybe you were predestined to starve to death today.
It's just that I have a broken feeling.
Oh, yeah? Well, I've got a broken piece of china, a bouquet of flowers that look like they were tossed at a wedding, so I think I win that one.
Ola May, I understand a broken feeling is very painful.
Oh, it is. And it hurts.
Did I ever tell you about the time that a dental hygienist was mean to me?
You did, Delbert, and I cringe every time I think about it.
Mr. Wiggins, can I get you a pork chop?
You can have mine.
Oh, no, thank you. Actually, I wouldn't mind a little sweet if you have some cake or something.
I actually ate the last piece of coffee cake Mom made.
Oh, well.
That's okay, Sally.
How sweet.
There are two pieces here, but I know Ola May can't have sweets because of her diabetes.
It's under control, lady. Can I? Brooke, no.
I'd like you to meet my mother-in-law, Ola May Mackey. This is my best friend, Brooke Carpenter of Carpenter Realty, and this is Mr. Delbert Wiggins. He runs the local florist shop.
Mr. Wiggins and I know each other. We met under unfortunate circumstances. His son Lum drove their delivery van through the plate glass window at the front of my office.
Poor Delbert.
I'll be all right. What with the insurance and all?
Mr. Wiggins, if you think you can pull yourself together, maybe we can make our way out to the kitchen and try and save the floral arrangement for Sunday services.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, I think we just need a learn and some TLC. Would you happen to have any peat moss?
Allison can bring us some if we need it. Allison, before you and Brooke go out to play, I need you to clean up from where Mr. Wiggins fumbled the flowers and Mr. Slaughter shattered the sheetrock and blew up the china.
Sally, I think I'd like to go out to the kitchen with Delbert and Camille. Perhaps then I can find a proper lunch.
Wow, it's always something around here. I thought I had crazy limb on my schnauzer.
I'm going nuts. I mean, I thought it was bad before, but ever since Ola May moved in, it's been like a civil war. Only there is nothing civil about it. To be fair about it, I guess we're all kind of stressed living here together.
The key question is Andy stressed? Is he going nuts?
Well, the mama's had him on the ropes today, although I haven't seen him in a while. You know what? I bet he's drowning his sorrows in some video game.
The Bible says a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife. It's part of the wedding vows. Believe me, I've been to enough weddings.
But the vows don't say to leave your mother-in-law.
A loophole.
Did you happen to sell that adorable little cottage you were telling me about?
One of my agents sold it the very next day. I told you it was hot, but I brought some pictures of a cute listing from another broker.
No, I can't look at him. The problem is Andy. He's just going to drag his heels until this property gets sold too.
Andy doesn't drag his heels. He just doesn't move his heels very rapidly. Hey, Brookmeister. Hey, what were you guys watching on TV in here? It sounded like a gunshot.
Andy, sit down. I have some pictures I want to show you and Allison.
I'm missing my softball game to look at your photo album. Couldn't you have just sent me a Snapchat?
But these pictures are going to be what really sells you on it, Andy.
Look, I don't bring pictures from my work, do I? I don't show you how many pencils I've stuck to the ceiling at Geico. And why do you girls always call these houses cottages or bungalows? Why don't you just call them what they are? Ghetto getaway or a moldy money pit?
Just look at the pictures, Andy. Are you scared you might like what you see?
Fire away, Sarge.
Oh, Brooke, I love it.
Hold on, cuz my eyes haven't even focused yet.
This is a 3-bedroom ranch that's listed low so that it can be customized by the new owner.
Andy, you love ranch.
I love ranch dressing. I don't love that. When I was a kid, we would have called that a fort.
But look, there's a sun porch. Wouldn't we love that?
Oh, yes, a slab of concrete is always nice when you can get it.
Look at the bedroom alley. Doesn't that have great potential?
Oh, and it has bathrooms. It has bathrooms.
It was a nice luxury, all right.
Andy, can we get it, please?
Well, this home would be perfect for you guys.
That is not a home. That's a few walls with a transparent roof.
It has character.
Graveyards have character. It might be nice to have electrical wiring that you're not scared to death of.
Well, I'm not saying you wouldn't have to do some work.
Some work? Well, there's not even a place in that shack we could camp while we're trying to fix it up.
But that's how you get it at such a low price.
No, Andy is just so cheap.
Cheap? How about realistic? I'm the low man on the totem pole at Geico.
Only because you won't take the opportunities for advancement.
Oh, and what about you? I don't see Mary Kay products flying off the shelves. I don't see a pink Cadillac in our driveway.
Well, easy, guys. That's why I'm showing you this affordable little piece of heaven. Wouldn't it be romantic, Andy? The two of you stripping floors and rolling out paint. Just like a Home Depot commercial.
Bloody fingers and sore knees don't seem romantic.
What about this? What about you sitting over in the corner eating bacon while you watch me paint the walls?
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, I will get that. Catcher extraordinaire. Oh, come on in, buddy.
Oh,
It isn't the younger plumber.
hey. Why are you acting here?
One night.
Did you win?
We lost. By 1 run. And I wish you could have been there and seen McDermott chugging his big jelly belly around the bases. He had us done. We were laughing so hard.
Big favor to ask.
Well, I just got out of a relationship.
You could help Andy upgrade the rusty and leaky plumbing in this adorable little house that he and Allison are buying.
Oh, no. John Carlo is a plumbing contractor on new construction. He doesn't touch pipes that waste has passed through.
Yeah, I don't do the
No, you just wait a minute, Camille. I don't have to have that done every day. It's my responsibility today, and I'm ready to get it over with. The doctor said that I don't have to have this done every day. I'm getting better.
Knock yourself out.
Do you think it's possible for a person to drown that way?
So, how's your first day of retirement from softball going?
Please help me. Please, please, please.
Your first day of retirement from softball going?
Please help me. Please, 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 please.
Hey, we've already discussed. I only do new plumbing. I'm not helping with that.
My mother and Camilla DeVille are driving me mad. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind going crazy if it's easy. But Camille and Allison, even Sally are going bonkers. Allison is having hallucinations about us having a house of our own, and Camille's every word is dripping with venom. I don't want much. Maybe just throw pencils at the ceiling, play a little softball, and keep my mind sharp by avoiding household chores.
Well, what can I do?
Well, you're a single guy in a house about the same size as this one.
Well, you're not living with me.
Can my mother come live with you?
Fuck her man her own age!
My mother is about to experience a hydraulic comeuppance that she may never recover from. She's hardly the leading lady for a Lifetime channel romance.
What about an extreme makeover? You know, something to make her seem a little sexy. I'm sure there'll be plenty of old users who might fall for her after that. Even if they do get a sorry stepson in the bargain.
What?
Well, sure. Think about it. Throughout time, men have married off their daughters to someone who would financially support them. Why couldn't it work in reverse? You can marry off your mother so that you don't have to be the one providing for her.
Nice try. But my sister's being sent out of the country in 1 week. No way mother goes through a courtship and wedding without my sister present.
Your sister? That snappy-looking GI that was here last week?
At ease, soldier. You're just now coming out of a relationship. Besides, we found out last week that Melanie's getting married to some guy.
Well, that's perfect. It could be a double wedding. When does your sister get back?
Not for 8 weeks. And that amount of time, Allison will have the floors in our new house tiled and grouted and the roof totally re-shingled.
And softball season will be over.
Exactly. You guys proved today that you can't win without me. Look, do you want DeLucas Plumbing to be a joke in softball history?
What does it matter what I want? I already gave you my best idea.
Well, we can't just sit around and wait for some suitor to see my mom's new hairdo and pop the question. We only have a week.
We'll have to use deceit.
Now you're talking solid.
Okay. Is there anybody who's already acquainted with Miss Mackey? Maybe even a little taken with her?
Now, there is a man who delivers flowers that I've heard of.
What's his
name? Wiggins? Oh, Wiggins Flower Shop, that's his name.
His last name is Flower Shop?
But now I can't remember if it's Mother or Camille that has the hots for him.
Well, it doesn't matter. We're using deceit, remember?
Well, how about a good old-fashioned shotgun wedding?
Hey, I can't do that. Have you forgotten? I'm afraid of guns.
Oh, so you'll hold a PVC pipe to his back. Deceit, man, deceit.
Okay, that's it. We'll schedule a wedding ceremony with a pastor, and we'll invite your sister. And when the florist gets here, we'll hold him at gunpoint. Pipe point.
Here's the problem. The pastor at our church is very conservative. He's a nearsighted old guy named Reamer Logan. He won't marry any couple until they've gone through marital counseling. Allison and I had to go through it.
Well, isn't there some sort of waiver that you can sign if someone's older than dirt? If you push them through too long of a counseling session, he's liable to be giving them their last rites.
Everyone at this church is old, and I don't think Pastor Logan will make an exception for age. And I don't see how we can shotgun Mr. Wiggins all the way through marital counseling.
Wait a minute. You said this guy, Wiggins, he's nearsighted, right?
Legally blind is more accurate. He's not allowed to drive.
Okay.
or light the candles at church, and he recognizes people in the congregation by touching them.
Oh!
Yeah.
Are you sure he's blind and not just a dirty old man? This Reamer Logan?
It's Reamer, and let's just go with blind, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have an idea. Do you have a Bible?
A Bible?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. How perfect. You mean God's Word has advice for me on how to duplicitously persuade someone to marry my mother so that I can stay absolutely rent-free in a house that I could never afford and to which I contribute nothing whatsoever?
Sure.
I gotta go to Sunday school more often.
Your Bible is a children's Bible.
Yep. It's better than the other versions. More pictures, and most of the boring stuff's been left out.
More pictures?
Sure, all those other versions just have maps. Look, if it weren't for the pictures, I would have never known that Pharaoh had curly hair or that David looked like a California surfer kid.
I don't think I can find what I'm looking for in here.
Well, all the good stuff is in here. Oh, when I was a kid, my buddies would come over and we would ogle the fig leaf pictures of Eve.
You got your kicks off of a picture out of a children's Bible? You've brought Rom to a whole new level.
Don't act like you and your buddies never did anything like that.
Well, at least we had the decency to confine our lechery to the Sears catalog and National Geographic.
But that's just it. While I was leering at old Eve over there, my mother was proud as punch that my buddies had come over for a Bible study.
Never mind, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Look, do you know the story of Jacob and Esau?
Okay, is that the one where the sissy guy dresses up like his brother to fool their blind father?
You really need to go to Sunday school more often. Anyway, apply that to our situation. You and I are Jacob. We pretend to be your mother and Mr. Wiggins.
To fool the nearsighted Pastor Logan into counseling us because he thinks that we're Esau.
Sort of. Yeah. Okay, so we'll schedule a counseling session for the pastor to come visit Miss Maggie and Mr. Wiggins. When he gets here, you be your mother and I'll be the florist.
Oh no, I would feel weird playing the woman. I will be the florist.
I have a beard, remember? This guy uses touch to determine who people are.
Oh, it sounds like everybody's coming back in. Let's go hide in the greenhouse till things settle down.
Okay. Hey, I'm starving. Do you think we could snag some more of that cake on the way out?
Got your back, Esau. We can munch on some of the best coffee cake you ever ate while we hide.
Oh,
You there, Carlos. I have a chore I need you to do. There's a brick on the corner of my patio that has come loose. I need you to re-cement it. If you're not about to take a siesta.
Not all Mexicans are bricklayers, Camille.
Ah, Mrs. Crabtree. I was playing the softball today and did not bring my cement.
That's okay. I have a bag in the greenhouse.
Oh, good.
I'll show you two where the brick is.
Do you see the insanity I've been forced to endure? I thought I was being a good daughter, changing the oil in the car, fertilizing the grass like all good girls do. But am I not entitled to just a little sanity?
Oh, of course you are, sweetie. We are gonna find you a place of your own and rescue you.
What am I gonna do? If my mother doesn't eventually kill Ola May and end up in prison on Murderer's Row, then I'm gonna have a lifetime sentence of living here as a slave in this insane asylum.
make you guys move out of this house.
If my mother kicked us out.
But she's not going to do this because she loves you too much. Well, she's put up with Andy for 2 years, Noel and May for a week, and she still hasn't cracked.
She hasn't even threatened.
But what if Camille got married?
Well, then there'd be one more person's underwear I'd have to wash.
No, she would respect her new husband enough to want to live by herself with him, and Andy would have too much pride to stay here with another man in the house.
I don't know. Andy doesn't have too much pride about anything. Besides, my mother's not even interested in a man.
You told me she flirts with Mr. Wiggins all the time. Of course, that would make Lum your stepbrother. Heaven help you.
She is very taken by Mr. Wiggins, but I don't think he's interested in her.
So we'll have to resort to trickery.
Well, I'd feel bad about doing that.
Oh, but you could get over it.
Yes.
We'll have to work fast before that house you want gets sold.
Oh, wait a minute. That could be a problem. Pastor Logan would never marry a couple without pre-marriage counseling.
Oh, that dirty old man who's always touching people's faces like a braille book. Suppose we could convince him to waive the counseling. I have an idea. Well, actually, it's not original to me. It's in the Bible.
Well, that's perfect. I won't mind deceiving people and lying for my own selfish benefit if I know it's ordained by God.
It's in Genesis. A guy named Lot had daughters who were able to trick him and further their own agenda by getting Lot drunk and lying with him. The Bible says they did such a good job, he didn't know what was happening or what he was doing.
Wait a minute. Lying to him or lying with him?
Lying with him.
Lying as in, oh, no, that is out of the question. I have to do that every time I want Andy to mow the grass. No. That's just sick. This is a man we want my mom to marry.
I thought we were trying to deceive the preacher.
Well, that's just as sick. Almost.
It was just an idea. You can actually coerce Andy into mowing the grass.
Sure. Now, I have to sharpen the blades and gas up the mower. I have to empty that bagger and then pull the cord that starts the mower. But Andy's pretty good about it.
So apply the story to our situation. We get the Reverend a little tipsy, flirt with him a little, get the counseling waived. We then schedule a wedding and make arrangements for Mr. Wiggins to deliver the flowers. He shows up with flowers that have a note attached.
A note that we wrote.
A note that we wrote proposing marriage.
Wait a minute, all of that was in the Bible?
I think I might have made that part up. I'm not sure there were flowers in the Holy Land. All right, girl, roll up your sleeves. We have got a lot of work to do. Let the trickery begin.
Oh my gosh, Andy, what took you so long?
Giancarlo, I thought I was at my house.
You are.
Then what are you doing here?
I thought I was at my house. Well, I'm not.
Is my mom here?
Giancarlo. Hey.
No, she had to take Andy's mother to the doctor.
You found all that out just by coming in the wrong house?
No. No, Brooke, would you like to go out with me sometime?
Like on a date?
Sure.
Y-E-L-L, everybody down. Yes. Yes.
Is Andy coming back here?
Well, you know, it doesn't have to be tonight. It could be next week or next year.
When you answered the door, you thought I was Andy.
Yeah. He's coming here. It's his house too. He lives here.
You guys aren't going to be here very long, are you? Because we have
We have a bunch of girls coming over, and it's more fun to gossip when there are no men around, you know.
Yeah, I hate men. They're the worst.
I'm free tonight. Tonight's fine, by the way.
Hooray!
I'm gonna take this wine and put it in the kitchen and then we'll go out the back. Please don't tell Andy about the girls coming over.
I'll see you over a rare steak, Mr. Pipe Fitter.
Stop by the Goodwill to pick up this little number. Hope it doesn't make my butt look too big.
What took you so long? Why are you all padded up like that? Where's Uncle Remus going to be touching you?
I did this in case he tries to hug me. Took me forever to find a wig.
You know you're not to dress like this after our caper is over, right? Actually, you might be our ticket to the co-ed softball league next year.
Oh, that's him.
Oh, hell, that's not Allison.
Why would Allison be here?
Certainly not to host a group of her friends.
You know, you are such a terrible liar. I don't know how we're going to pull this Esau thing off.
Just answer the door! Shh!
Pastor Logan!
Ola May, is that you? It's been years. And you've been betrothed. Is he here?
Hola, Pastor Logan, so pleased to meet you.
Why are you talking in a Mexican accent? Just because you're Mexican doesn't mean Mr. Wiggins is.
I'm not Mexican. I was just trying to come up with a voice for Wiggins.
Well, just speak like a florist.
How do you do that? I love flowers. Flowers are my favorite.
Pastor Logan, come in.
Stay. Call me Reamer Ola May. And you, sir, I didn't catch your name.
Oh, I am Delbert Higgins.
Interesting accent you have, Delbert. I'm trying to place it.
Delbert is a Mexican on his father's side and Transylvanian on his mother's. Generations ago, their last name was Wiggins. Diz. Don't be surprised if soon he sounds just like a common plumber.
Well, let's sit down, shall we? You'll have to lead me to a seat. Since I've last seen you, Ola May, my vision has all but left me.
No, we were counting on that.
Goodness. To compensate for my disability, the church provides me with a driver.
Oh, well, if they would just cough up a putter and a sand wedge, we could have a round of golf.
Yes. I suppose. Let's get down to why I'm here, shall we? Wedding bells are about to ring, and you want to know what the Lord's will is here. Mr. Wiggins, you do the floral arrangements for our Sunday services.
Is that so? Yes! I do the flowers!
Are you mocking me, Delbert? You're the one who wanted to be the man. You'll have to forgive my husband, Sarge. Rima! His allergies have him in a high voice.
Chew.
Husband? Are you two already married?
Did I say husband? Oh, no! No, it just seems like it.
Have you two been fornicating?
No! I would never forn with Kate. Or any other woman for that matter.
1 Corinthians 6:8 tells us to flee immorality, lest we sin against our own body.
Yes, and you wouldn't want fleas on your body now, would you, dear?
Or Mr. Wiggins' body for that matter.
Your body is a temple of the Lord's.
Yes, are you going to ask about Mr. Dever's son?
Oh, yes. I do understand you have a son, Delbert.
Yes, I do. I have a son.
And his name is?
We call him, old,
Surely you would want to counsel old Sonny Boy to be morally upstanding.
Yes?
As I said before, your body is a temple of the Lord's.
Yes, a very tall, husky temple that's not very clear thinking.
Of course, once you enter into matrimony, all the rules change. Intimacy is the norm. You must never withhold hugs and kisses from your beloved.
No, indeed. I can't wait to put a kiss on that kiss. Oh!
You are to give of yourself to one another.
No, I definitely have something to give him.
But who am I to give you two lovebirds advice on romance and affection? There are other issues in marriage that can cause problems. Financial difficulties are often the most divisive struggles that a couple faces. How will the two of you be provided for?
Oh, well, I receive a small social security check, and Delbert makes a nice living in the flower shop business.
A small business owner. I admire you. Those flowers you provided last week smelled beautiful. What were those, Delbert?
The flowers? They were, roses.
Roses?
Yeah, roses. I hope.
I beg your pardon?
No, roses are his specialty.
Yeah, you know, roses are, red, and violets are, maybe it was violets.
Yes, probably some violets and some
Roses.
Yes, and some mums too.
Yes. Mom's the word, dear. We don't want to go spilling too many trade secrets now, do we?
Maybe that's enough about finances. Let's talk about the importance of truth and honesty in a relationship.
Anybody home? Oh, hi, Daddy.
I didn't know you had a daughter, Delbert.
Delbert? As in Delbert Wiggins?
Yeah, Delbert Wiggins, it's me. And this is my daughter. Sally.
Why, Delbert, you silly old rascal! Sally is my granddaughter's name.
Yeah, I was just slipping the tongue. This is, Senorita girl.
Oh, aye. Sonny boy and senorita girl, what am I marrying into?
She's a tribute to your Mexican heritage, huh, Delbert?
Yeah, that's it.
Marriage? Mexican? I'm going to need some serious compensation for my cooperation. And by serious, I mean more than $1. No.
Go and get yourself a stack, little senorita girl. And, stepmommy, and your father, Mr. Wiggins, and I are through.
I can't wait, stepmommy, for you to meet me out here in the kitchen so I could see what type of treat you feel my cooperation warrants. Feel free to bring your debit card.
Okay, I think that's enough counseling for today.
No, keep counseling, please.
First time hearing that.
We just want to get it over with as soon as possible so we can get married.
I think I've seen enough to make me comfortable marrying you two. You have a real fire between you. A magnetic force that won't easily separate. I can feel the passion.
No. Oh, well, I'm not sure that was passion you were feeling, but we'll accept the compliment.
Call the church and make sure the sanctuary is available for the day of your dreams.
Oh, we were going to have the ceremony here. Our neighbor can cater the wedding. He's a terrific cook.
Thanks. To your neighbor. We could just have it here and save some money.
Okay, we'll have it here. Call the church and make sure that my driver is available. Al, I have another appointment in this neighborhood, so if you will lead me to the door.
All right, Sarge, we will see you in a few days then.
Oh, that sounds good.
Sonny boy! Senorita girl!
Well, you didn't give me much study help. And I couldn't think of a different type of flower to save my life.
Well, at least that's done. You are going to get the marriage license?
Yes. And I'll do the catering.
Well, you're welcome to use whatever you can find around here to cook or bake or whatever you want to do.
Look, I know we're going to go the shotgun route with the old florist. But what about your mother?
Oh. Medication, Sarge. Lots and lots of pills.
Oh, good.
We'll have Mom's head spinning so much she'll swear she went through a prolonged engagement.
That was a car door. That's probably Allison and Brooke. I don't want to see Brooke right now.
Well, let's just go to the kitchen.
Okay, we need to get out of here. She looked at me like a lion looks at a gazelle.
What?
It looks like they're gone. Remember, lots of wine and lots of flirting. The more wine we use, the less flirting we'll have to resort to. Once we convince the pastor to marry Camille and Delbert, set the date and get him out of here. What are you doing?
I'm a nervous wreck. Ever since Ola May moved in, I've lost 7 pounds. But my smoking.
Put that out. He's here. Hello, sir. I'm Brooke Carpenter. Won't you come in?
Miss Carpenter, I'm Reamer Logan. You'll have to lead the way. My vision is very poor.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun.
Wow, that was quite unexpected.
I don't expect you get much of the unexpected. Oh, preacher man.
So much for lying.
You'd be surprised. At my age, you would have thought I'd seen everything. I had quite a crazy counseling session just a few minutes ago in this very neighborhood.
Counseling is what we want to talk to you about. We understand you require premarital counseling before you will officiate over a wedding.
Absolutely. It's very important.
Well, this man doesn't attend your congregation.
Well, neither did this fellow. I was just helping with premarital counseling. What was his name? Wiggins?
Wiggins?
Yes, a tall man with a beard.
Tall and with a beard?
You know him?
I don't think so.
Funny thing is, I first mistook him to be a Mexican. But then the longer we talked, he just sounded like a common plumber.
A tall, bearded plumber who you thought was a Mexican? Wow, this is going fast. The flame is coming to the moth. I can finally get him to ask me out. And moments later, he is going through premarital counseling. I gotta go. Wait.
like to ask me what you wanted to ask me?
Yes, Hester Logan. This is Allison Mackey. My mother is Camille Crabtree, and she has kind of a crush on Mr. Delbert Wiggins. And we were hoping that you might waive the premarital counseling so that I could get this adorable little cottage. And I wouldn't have to move peat moss or be frightened by exterminators. And maybe stop smoking quite so much, but still lose a little weight without having to do impacted colons and not be surrounded by so many mamas.
Okay, I'll do it.
Do it.
I'll officiate over the service.
You will?
At my age, you would have thought I'd seen everything. But this is a wedding I definitely don't want to miss.
John Carlo, old buddy, I have got to hand it to you. These wedding cookies are amazing.
Well, Camille has some graham crackers in the cabinet. I just sprinkled a little powdered sugar on those bad boys and voila.
Wedding cookies fit for a king.
Yeah, and plenty other good treats coming your way as the event unfolds.
I just hope it unfolds quickly.
Well, I think it will.
If it does, we may still have time to make the softball game.
Oh, that's what I'm counting on. I got my uniform on underneath this outfit.
Yeah. Well, that's good thinking. If the pastor or my mother tries to slide into home plate, you, my friend, will be ready. Yes. Oh, is that the marriage license?
Yes, as promised. One marriage license, signed, sealed, and delivered. I got a plumber buddy, Jimmy Chan. He's doing some work down at the courthouse. He does good work, but boy, does he lay the pipe deep. Must be that whole digging to China thing. Well, anyway, he snuck into the licensing office, got us a blank marriage license, filled in the applicants' names, and even stamped the superintendent's signature right on it.
The applicants' names are written in Chinese characters.
Well, that's because he's Chinese. But he assured me that this is Ola May and this is Delbert. Tokyo style.
Man, Tokyo's in Japan, isn't it?
Could be. Between you and me, I have a little problem understanding old Jimmy.
I understand that's common among Mexicans.
I'm not Mexican.
I'm just joking, gosh. All right, so you've got the PVC/shotgun?
Affirmative. Now you say this guy Wiggins, he freaks out in the presence of guns.
Oh, Allison says he cried like a baby.
Oh, good. Well, that's one challenge we shouldn't have. But what about your mother?
Oh, okay. I've got her amped up on some blood pressure meds, a few antidepressants, one of Allison's diet pills, and a couple of swigs of Listerine. She's got chemicals telling her all sorts of lies.
Okay, well, what about Allison?
Oh, she's taking her mom out for a special hairdo. I've been sending her several text messages telling her I just found out that Mother and Delbert are here for a wedding.
Well, when she gets all those messages, won't she come rushing home?
Nope. I hid her phone in my secret stash box. She can't get her messages because she can't find her phone.
I couldn't find it, but Mom did, and it's a good thing too. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten these messages about the wedding. You say your mother is marrying Mr. Wiggins? He delivered the flowers to your mother?
Flowers? No, Mr. Wiggins isn't here yet.
Oh, Mom is going to be so upset. You knew she had a thing for Mr. Wiggins. How could you let this happen?
It's crazy, isn't it? It's weird.
Wait a minute. When I came through the kitchen, I noticed that John Carlo had created quite the spread.
I don't know.
How long have the two of you known about this?
No, John Carlo just created all this with stuff that he found around here. Oh.
Buffalo chicken dip.
I made that out of Andy's leftover chicken McNuggets. Just like
Allison, Melanie just told me that Ola May is marrying Mr. Wiggins, and Pastor Logan is here. I guess it's true then.
Oh, Angie, can you believe it? Our mother is getting married. Oh, Allison, I was just telling Camille, thank you so much for hosting Mom's wedding here.
Of course. Where else would she get married?
Yes, where else?
And I guess this works as the perfect solution of where Mom will live. This will take her off your hands.
I guess it does.
Oh, I think I might cry.
I think I might cry.
I think I might cry.
Can I?
caught up in the flirting that he got mixed up.
No, this wedding is for Ola May and Mr. Wiggins. I haven't even talked to the pastor yet.
Oh, this isn't good. I wrote one humdinger of a proposal letter and attached it to a bouquet that Mr. Wiggins unsuspectingly will soon be delivering here.
This is horrible. I can tell Mom's feelings are hurt about the idea of Ola May marrying Mr. Wiggins. How is she going to act when she reads that proposal letter?
Oh, I think I might cry.
I think I might cry.
Excuse me, everyone. I think I might cry. Oh.
Hot pastries.
Ow, every time. Amazing. How did you get all of the Pop-Tarts into the toaster at one time?
That's a trade secret, I can't tell you that.
Seems like our groom has arrived.
The delivery van just pulled up.
Quick, get armed. Oh.
Hi, Mom.
Plum, my son. I mean, Mr. Wiggins' son.
Dad said I'm supposed to give these flowers directly to Miss Crabtree.
Wait, your father's not coming?
He'll be around with church's flowers in a little while.
Well, what are those?
Don't tell me they don't have roses in Mexico, Carlos.
We never bring roses for the church.
I thought that's what you specialized in.
Why, Lumen, I'm not sure I know what to say. I think I may cry.
That's funny. You don't even cry when I break your stuff.
Mom, no. Mom.
Lumen here has proposed marriage to me.
Congratulations!
But if I marry Lumen, and Delbert and Ola May get married, then Ola May will be my mother-in-law. And Andy will be my brother-in-law. I'm not sure I can take all that.
Mom, you're getting married?
I don't know. I just my dad when he brings the church's flowers.
Cool. If you do, you'll be my grandfather.
Cool. If I don't, you want to go out sometime?
My parents won't let me date anybody who drives.
My driver's license just got revoked.
Sure, I'll go out with you then.
If I'm not your grandfather.
Mother, are you all right?
I think I'm just having a bad day. Can I bum a cigarette?
You don't want a cigarette. Why don't you just feed your fish? That always makes you feel better.
Yes, my fish.
Sushi!
Sushi. Oh, wow, Sarge, you are off the chain.
Thank you.
Give me the big one. Oh. Delicious, bucko. Delicious.
I cannot believe this, Giancarlo. Where did you get the ingredients for sushi?
It's a trade secret.
Where are all my fish?
Giancarlo, you didn't.
Well, and you told me to,
Oh, Oscar.
Nemo?
Ariel?
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
I'm going to lie down, and when I wake up, none of this will have happened.
Pastor Logan, can't you do something?
Me? I'm just an old blind man who can't believe what he's seeing.
He's here! He's in the kitchen! The florist!
Oh, well, quick. Get the pipe and make him think it's a gun.
Okay! What if he faints?
No, just call me and I'll help you drag him in here for the wedding.
Okay!
Ladies and gentlemen, it appears that the groom has arrived.
Well, if that is the case, let's everyone take their place.
Uh-oh, sounds like the pipe was loaded. Is everyone okay in there?
I didn't know the florist carried guns!
Mary!
I thought his name was Delbert.
Why is he limping?
Well, when I pulled the pipe on him, he spun around and kicked me in the groin.
This guy's got a cast iron crotch.
Thank God for my protective cup.
If this is Murray, who's Delbert?
Well, that would be me.
Well, then whose gun is that?
Gun?
He's going down. He's going down.
Wait, everybody, I want you to meet the sweetest, most loving man in the whole world. My fiance, Mr. Murray Slaughter.
Your fiance? But Andy said he'd be wearing a bow tie.
Are you still gonna force me to marry your friend's mother?
See, there has been a little mistake. John Carlo thought that you were Mr. Wiggins.
You couldn't tell Murray from Mr. Wiggins.
To Mexicans, all Americans look alike.
So can I have my weapon back?
Sure.
Oh, Murray!
Little by little, piece by piece, I'm starting to put together this little story of deceit.
Oh, I don't know if I'd call it deceit.
It's more like misdirection.
Deliver me, O Lord, from lying lips and deceitful tongues. An elaborate plan has been set up to marry off unsuspecting pawns. And I suspect these marriages would make things profitable or tidy for the deceivers. You tried to trick me, an agent of the Lord, to take Christian counseling and make it trivial, to take the holy sacrament of marriage and make it a utility of convenience. By Delbert marrying your mother, Andy, you and your accomplice would have been able to maintain your comfortable lifestyle and keep your softball team together. And if I had married Delbert and Camille Allison, you would have gained independence and your friend the commission of a nice real estate sale.
Wow. How'd you figure all that out?
I'm blind, dear child, not stupid. And I paid Sally more than anyone else to get the information I wanted.
We are terrible.
You are not terrible, my dear. As fallen descendants of Adam and Eve, we sometimes do terrible things. However, when we shine a light on our deceptions and confess our sins, we make it difficult for sin to thrive. And now, since there is no wedding for me to conduct, and since I don't do funerals for fish, I suppose we can all be dismissed.
Hell, between that disturbing phone call I got from Lum and the near-death experience I encountered from that gun going off, I need a cup of coffee to calm my nerves. Camille, would you care to join me for a mug at the coffee shop?
Why, Mr. Delbert, yes. The day I've had that sounds very delightful.
Shall we invite Ola May to join us? she looks like she could use a little sobered up.
I agree. Would anyone else care to join the three of us for coffee?
Well, Brooke, what do you say?
Oh, a second date? I love that.
Pastor, would you care to join us for afternoon coffee?
Wait, before everybody leaves,
we were going to wait till after I got back from the desert to get married, but since the preacher is here and all of our favorite people, we thought maybe y'all would like to stay and watch us get married right now.
And the coffee shop would make a great place for the reception afterwards. Dearly beloved, why don't you all gather around? Can someone dim the lights? Well, there's just that one light.
Oh, Murray!